We have 3 by PTR, by Josh, and by Alex. And we'll start with Josh. And the stage is yours.
Thank you. In this lightning talk, I will spend 5 minutes to go through all of this. No, we will not, and otherwise we could easily spend the next 2 hours speaking about that. The interesting thing about this whole stuff is that we have a open hardware laptop, and unless somebody tells me otherwise, well, we have 2 open hardware laptops here. To my knowledge, this is the only currently available open hardware laptop that you can just go and buy and can use as a machine with which you can, well, which is powerful enough to do everything you do in your daily computing. But at the core of the machine is an embedded ARM processor, a small board which usually involves not using Debian installer but creating disk images and lots of patches for the Linux kernel, and where every project, be it Raspberry Pi, to name a famous example, or others, have their own tools to do their custom packaging and disk images. And the special thing that we have for the MNT reform is, and I think it's also a unique feature, is the list you see up there. Our stuff is always bit by bit reproducible. All the packages, all the images, given the same input. The repository packages, the system image we built, as well as the Debian installer, is always bit by bit reproducible. To run any of this, you need no sudo ever at all. Like, of course, unless you install miniDebConf, you need to sudo apt install, but other than that. Things are cross-buildable. We cross-build regularly the Linux kernel on AMD 64 to ARM64. We provide all of this for stable and backports on reform.debian.net, as well as for unstable on the servers of the manufacturers of the MNT reform, the company MNT. And all the stuff on reform.debian.net is signed with a key that you can find in Debian keyring, i.e. my key. My 5 minutes are soon over, right? Or shall we go into any of these? Because they're over in a minute. Hans, which of the 3, 1, 2, or 3, you want to hear anything about? Yes. Let's do the middle one. Let me go through this very simple miniDebConf one-liner, which sets up the system image. It is very simple. We run miniDebConf, tell it what to install, tell it what files to copy into the change root. It creates a disk image, which we add a partition table to, flash U-boot, and we have a system. The whole script in the end is only a few hundred lines long. It's very simple. Same with the Debian installer. We take the upstream Debian installer from Debian, modify the init RAMFS a bit, and we get stuff that runs on the reform. My 5 minutes are over. I thank you very much for attending. If you have any questions, please come to me afterwards. I would love to talk with you about the awesome open hardware laptop, the MNT reform. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Next up will be Pete.
Hello, I'm Pete. Thanks. Sorry, I've just got some notes here. All right, so my name's Pete, and this is my sales pitch. So single sign-on or SSO is slowly becoming a requirement, or really important for a lot of people, a lot of businesses. There's already a few free software offerings in the space, like Keycloak and Citadel. But those are quite bulky installations, and they require UI-based configuration or GUI configuration. So that's why I've written another one called AIMS, which stands for another identity management system. So AIMS currently supports both SAML2 and OpenID Connect for login, and it's backed by LDAP currently, but yeah, maybe other backends in the future. AIMS is primarily designed to be friendly to system administrators. So firstly, it just runs as a regular service, just like XSIM or Nginx or any other daemon. And it uses regular text file-based configuration with each linked client system having its own configuration file. It's designed to be as efficient and user-friendly as possible. So, for example, it minimizes the number of redirects, so there's less HTTP round trips, which is really important for low latency connections. And it's as stateless as possible, so that's not just for speed, but also for easier testing to make sure it's as secure and robust as possible. It's still not recommended for general use since it is lacking some key features like multi-factor authentication and federation, but hopefully in the next couple of weeks those features will be coming to AIMS. So yeah, come and have a chat to me if you'd like to help out, or otherwise keep an eye on the new packages queue because hopefully it will be coming soon to Debian.
Thanks a lot, Pete. And next up will be Alex with an introduction to our uptime.
Pete only used 1 minute. Hi, I'm Alex. I will talk about our uptime. It's short for remote uptime. And some history first. The R commands were written many years ago. It allowed users and system administrators to have information about their hosts on a single network using broadcast. Now we have not only one single network, but many, many networks, so it makes sense to have not broadcast and listeners, but a server client. And that's what I did. 200 lines of code, shell script for the client, and about 40 lines of code for the server. And trying to make it portable, like it works on macOS, it works on Linux, and it can work also on many other systems. The purpose, why this and not many of the already available tools is because command line is really great if you can script stuff, and I even wrote a web GUI I will show you later. What does it do? The R uptime commands, they had also some other R commands, and these are the ones I needed, so I wrote them. Like, you can check what kind of system do I have, OS and release. What is the load in percentage? Because the load is not really saying anything. If you have 1 core, it's okay, but if you have 2 or 256 cores, it's not so... And that's information that users can query as well as the administrator, and it's really helpful. Like if you have a fleet of computers and you need to sort out the old ones, remote hardware shows you the age of the machine by year, and well, you can sort them out. The configuration is really easy. You set up a server, port, and the command for host name. And it's the fully qualified domain name, so you know, okay, where is the host and so on. And all traffic is encrypted using symmetric key, which you also need on the clients as well as the server. I also checked if it would be possible to use asymmetric key encryption. That would be possible. You just change the encryption part to GNU-PG or whatever other software you like to encrypt the data. I did some examples. I will skip them because of I've got only 2 minutes left. I've put the slides later online so you can read them more slowly. The current state of code, you see, it's compatible to rwho and rwho daemon and ruptime, which is in Debian, but they are the old version with broadcast, some bugs, and I plan to replace them. They are orphaned, and upstream doesn't develop them anymore. So something needs to happen. Future features. Yeah, there is some stuff left to do. When I get time to it, yeah, patches welcome. Questions? Questions we do later. I just show you a very small demonstration. Here is a web interface of some hosts, and it's really fun. You can see, okay, I have got hosts 103 with GPU, total cores, and some other interesting information. And like the signal commands, they are listed here. It's not sortable yet, that will come. And that's what it looks like. Okay, too much, not yet Debian. And here, like, well, you see the age of the machine, if it's BIOS or UEFI, how many cores, how many memory, how much memory, and how much GPUs. And like you can even compare the machines, and basically you can have any information or any command, you can easily extend it and adapt it. Let's see who is working. Yeah, they are only half working, like 50% here, and 9% memory usage, that's fine. And that's what it looks like in the command line. It's the same. Like you can do remote software, and I prefer to have software only with the native package manager maintained, but some systems have Snap. This is not my machine. And some people need pip. There is even pip2 still. Yeah, and Spack is something I packaged, but I need testers, so feel free to ask me any questions after the talk.
Thanks again, Josh, Pete, and Alex. And that's it for the lightning talks today. And we'll continue with Holger after a break. See you soon.